All right, everybody, welcome back to Expectation versus Reality, brought to you by our sponsor, Instagram.com/Jordan Marin. Now, you would expect, if you went to the description and followed the link over here, that there wouldn't be any new photos or video from what's currently on screen, but the reality is that there will be something new. That's right. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll definitely have posted something new by the time you're seeing this, or maybe it will have been by the time you saw the video before this if you came out. I don't know. I don't know exactly when it's going to go up, but there will be something new. I'm holding myself accountable, okay? So go drop a follow and help Jordan get to 1 mil on Insta 2021. The suspense must just be demonetizing. You have to go to the page and see what new thing I could have posted, right? Great. Also, check out the like button. Give it a click. Show it some love. Let's start off with number 19. Yeah, freaking nailed it. I hope you didn't nail it, though. I've had enough of these times where people do a good job, okay? I need failure in my life. Yes, I love failure. Make me feel better about my own baking things that I've done in the past, even though this would probably be quite difficult to do. But somehow you took the pastry thing and you made it look a bit like a savory dish. Looks a bit like spaghetti and meatballs. You got the spaghetti, some marinara sauce, big hulking meatball there in the center, a little bit of squid ink mixed in, a couple of fried eggs, maybe, with the yolk dyed black. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, you could have this as the main, and then you move into this for dessert. So I think it all works out for you. Thanks, DQ. Still delicious, though. It kind of looks like they just looked at the instructions that were like, all right, do some layers and make it look tidy, and they're like, nah, I don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna dump in the Oreo crumbles and then just put the other stuff around it, and we'll just call it a day. The texture, though, probably pretty great, dude. Oh, the texture of the Oreo cookie thing, oh, it's so good. It is really, it's a great part of any sort of cookies and cream sort of Oreo cake or anything like that. So I'm honestly down for it. This has a little bit too much like squish to it. This is like, oh, that nice crunch. You gotta love the crunch when it's combined with like the soft frosting or ice cream. It's just the best texture. This tattoo an acquaintance paid for. I like how you're quick to specify an acquaintance, not a family member, not really a friend, an acquaintance. All right, I don't know him that well. All right, there's nobody who I know that well who would do that. So just an acquaintance of mine. Okay, that's all. That's it. Sometimes I question, though, like, did you check the other work that the tattoo artist has done? Because the lines aren't even very straight. Like that's just not, it's not even square. It's not even diamond shaped. It's like it's just, and it's oddly spaced. Like, why is the spacing there so big versus this where they're just like bunched up against each other? I guess it's supposed to look like this, where it's a circle and then a diamond, but it doesn't. It just looks like it's uneven. How do you do your first tattoo? Do you do it on like a pig or something so that you get a human analog, and then you keep practicing there and then finally work your way up to a human? But that's gotta be scary, dude. Do you offer like a big discount to a potential first client? That's rough. That's gotta be like someone, a surgeon or something too, but at least with a surgeon, you can have the supervising surgeon being right there, whereas like with a tattoo, the artist who's doing it is doing it. So that's tough. First timer tattoo artist, man, I don't know. My brother has named him Crack Rack. It's kind of cute still. The eyes are a little bit off to the side. Raccoons have more forward-facing eyes because they are, of course, apex predators. Okay, you can't confuse a raccoon with like a rabbit or something. A rabbit with the eyes on the side of its head, so it has that full panoramic vision to see when it's going to be eaten. Okay, it deserved better. You made it seem like this is not at the top of the food chain, where it gets to choose any garbage bin that it wants and assert its dominance over it. The raccoon need not worry about garbage bins hunting it. It hunts the garbage bins. And you've done it dirty with this. Apple rose cake shrunk by an inch. That's real disappointing. But also at the same time, you're like, you know, on second thought, maybe not having all the calories is okay. I was like disappointed at first, but then I thought, actually, yeah, I probably shouldn't indulge in too big of a sweet. So this will work out better long term, even though I Now I do feel like I overpaid. It would have been nicer if they'd offered me this size, but just for a little bit cheaper, and then all would have felt pretty hunky-dory. In this case, now I just feel like I overpaid for it, and that's kind of a bummer. So, but at least, you know, not as many calories, right? I tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Some spring rolls, delicious. And I mean, what happened over here? This just looks like a stack of latex gloves on your plate. Like, not awful. You might need a fork and knife, but I don't know what happened to this thing. It's like you just ran out of ingredients, and then you're like, you know, I'll just throw the remaining stuff into this, which I'm just gonna say latex glove and not something else for what it looks like, okay? But you can fill in the blank with whatever. That looks like some peanut sauce, though, which is probably real delicious. This reminds me of California Pizza Kitchen. I would always get the spring rolls growing up. Oh, they were so good, dude. Wonder if they still serve them. It's been a long time since I've looked to see if I could still. They probably don't, but it was that. It was a shrimp spring roll from California Pizza Kitchen. And if my mom was like, "You've had pizza a lot, let's do something else," I'd be like, "Okay, I'll get the shrimp spring rolls. They sound pretty good. I'll do those instead." And I would stick. I had my preset what I would go for. It was either that or there was the spring rolls. There was another like tortilla roll that they would do and a salad, Chinese chicken salad. Those were my possible selections. I did not venture out beyond that. But every week, California Pizza Kitchen, it's where we go. That was our weekly out meal. Memories, man. This video not brought to you by California Pizza Kitchen. Found a cool looking Godzilla succulent planter. Got a creepy rodent Godzilla instead. Okay. It kind of looks like a 5 Minute Crafts dip a Godzilla toy in concrete tutorial video. I'm not gonna lie, which is overplayed at this point. Stop dipping everything in concrete, okay? But what did we get here? All right, that is not Godzilla. That looks like the Sloth from Ice Age. Sid, right? I'm pretty sure you got Sid, the Sloth. It's okay, it's an honest mix-up. I'm sure it happens all the time. They look pretty similar, but I'm not actually convinced this could be a reality photo in something else because it just doesn't look all that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really looks like a toy they just dipped in concrete and they were like, heck yeah, DIY, dude. Dip everything in concrete. Soon as it makes contact with the concrete, that's a DIY project. You put some effort into it. Incredible job, guys. What I imagine I look like when I unzip to relax versus reality. Okay, you have model photo shoot. It's a very uncomfortable way to, if any photo shoot where somebody is like just sitting in a normal position, in order to not look like you're just bubbling out, no matter how fit you are, have a bunch of folds, like you have to be like very actively kind of arching your back backwards. There's no way to, for an extended period of time, sit comfortably in a way that's not gonna look unflattering to your stomach. So don't worry, this person's not very comfortable in this image. You, far more comfortable right here, far more comfortable. Although I guess a little bit more straightening of the back is probably better for your posture. I guess you're not supposed to slouch your shoulders as much. It's fine, I'd do it anyway. First time this has happened to me. It looks good. See, I didn't put pizzas in the mix because pizzas, they're not a tray and it's not a thing you peel off. So perfectly acceptable for a pizza to look good. Also, pizza's like, that works as a frozen dish, okay? That's one thing where it's like, it should be able to maintain pretty good resemblance to what's on the package once it's baked. And there you go. It's also very green. They look good. Looks like good tomatoes. Some good kale or spinach or whatever else. Nice and green. Honestly, looks great. But we're not here on this subreddit to be happy, okay? We're here to be disappointed and laugh. This mug. Honestly, I think I'd be happier receiving that because it'd be a good story. It's far more entertaining than just getting what you actually ordered. All right, so hey, printing company, you guys, right, who are gonna be manufacturing this mug design that we have in mind, you can do some heat sensitive ink, right? Like, so when you pour hot coffee, it'll actually illuminate the ink, it'll make this yellow ink show up. You guys can definitely do that, right? Okay, we'll send you the design, and then you get back with a bunch of mugs that just have the design. Literally, it's just the PowerPoint slide of this is what we want to happen in our product. They're like, okay, we will print this on the mug. Perfect, easily. We can print this design on the mug. I don't know why you'd be selling it, but if you want it, we can do it. And the manufacturer didn't review the sample before they decided to sell. They just were like, no, make all of them. It'll be fine. Or drop ship them. Be great. BFF got this bear hat for my cat to recreate an adorable Instagram post she saw. Now, I'm going to guess that your cat not particularly happy to be wearing a hat, because despite the Dr. Seuss book, cats not really fans of hats. This cat here, really wondering why its owner would subject it to this, but it's like, fine, as long as I get to have some milk or something, or eat a rat afterwards, I'll bear with this, please. This cat is not having it. Also, the head, it's not got the right proportions, and you got a size too small on the hat. Also, it kind of looks like the dog is just eating the cat versus the dog's face being on top. It just, consumption. It's, the hat has decided to open its mouth and begin to consume the cat, and the cat is concerned. Poor thing. Pets don't want to be wearing hats, especially cats, nor boots either. They hate it. Don't do it. $3 gold sheet mask, expectation versus reality. Beauty Concept 24 karat liquid gold face masks. Why do I feel like you're not going to look like a golden version of the Statue of Liberty? I mean, that's about what I would expect. Surely you've seen photos of people in face masks before. It always looks just about like this. Now, why is this one golden? And also, if they're selling like a face mask, why would they picture someone who clearly had their face painted gold? Like, how is this lip thing gonna happen? The gold is like up their nose. This is not how masks work. This is actually very misleading advertising. Like, how are you gonna show something on the product image on the front of the box that isn't actually using the product? When I was 8 years old, I loved Pokemon and still do. I asked my grandmother to make an Elekid doll, and this is what I got. It kind of looks a little bit like Lemon Grabby, maybe, just a bit. You know what? Your grandma trying to make a Pokemon doll that's pretty impressive. It's like your grandma going from boomer and being like, you know what? I'm gonna get in with the Zoomers here, okay? We're the millennials, and I'm gonna do something here, and that's very nice of your grandma. It's very wholesome. Although it's kind of like she did the whole thing, and then she got to the face, and she was just like, nah, I'm done with this. I give up. I'm just smiley face with carrot nose. That's all. It's all we got. I've slaved over the rest of this thing. We're gonna call it there. I guess it needs a face, but it's just, we're gonna go minimal effort on that part. All right. Followed Chell Sweet's left and mine right. No, all right, stop. It's too good. I don't need this goodness in my life. I don't need this to the extent where I don't even know what the before and after was. That it could go either way here. Although there's a few more layers on this side. There's 4 layers versus only 2 layers over here. So, get better at layering. It's good. So I need to find ways to make fun of it, because that's what I do on this subreddit. Stop making good results. I stabbed something 1,000,000 times. Uh-oh. That's a heck of a title to give to this cute little thing. Now it makes me think of bad things happening to it, and that makes me really sad because it's very cute and happy. It looks so much happy. This one looks like it's a little bit upset, and it's like asking, oh, please hold me. I'm very, very sad right now. This one's like, I'm really happy, and I want to share the love, and I want to give a hug, and now I just want to pet a happy cat or dog, but I can't because it's too much commitment to have one, and I don't know there's no just like cats or dogs on demand. There probably is a service that's like cats or dogs on demand. I know they have that in hospitals, but I don't know how I would summon that to my house. Like, I just want to interact with a dog or a cat just a little bit, but then not have to worry about walking it and it scratching up the walls and stuff when it's ongoing. But just a little, yeah, that'd be good. I should look into that service, yeah. And the top for the last month on expectation versus reality, paid lots of dollars for a pro hair artist to do this to my hair on wedding day. Expectation, very flowing, wavy locks. Reality, No, looks like a hairdo to me. But then again, I'm sure it's different if you're paying a lot of money and you're like, I want to see it a certain way, and it's your wedding. You're probably going to be nitpicking a little bit. So I just look at this and I'm like, it looks like hair. I don't know. I don't see an issue here. It's hair. It's all the same to me. At least you know, they got the skin tone to match pretty well on the face paint, though. It's a little bit lighter, but I guess it matches your skin tone a little bit, as opposed to they tried to match the skin tone of whoever was over here as far as the face paint goes. So, I mean, the face paint looks actually like a better match on you than it did on the whoever the model was. So I'd say they did a pretty good job with that. Makes up for the hair thing, right? So anyway, that's it for the last month of Expectation versus Reality. Make sure to like if you liked, and subscribe, and hit the bell, and check out Instagram.com/Jordan Marin and find out what the new photo or video or piece of content could possibly be. Wow, it's so exciting, right? And also the last Expectation versus Reality video you can click on up here, latest Marin music upload down below it, or playlist for more videos from this subreddit in the description. I'll see you next time.